subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell icon. Thank you. Hello my wonderful people and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be giving you a news update coming from Nigerian police. IGP sets up new units to replace federal Sars. The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has set up the Special Weapons and Tactics Team that will replace the disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad. The prospective members of the new team, who will undergo tactical training next week, is to go through a psychological and medical examination to ascertain their fitness and eligibility for the new assignment. A statement by the first spokesman, DCP Frank Mba, in Abuja on Tuesday disclosed that the personnel from police commands in the Southeast and South-South will be trained at the Counter-Terrorism College, Nonwatai, Rivers State. Those from the police commands in the North and Southwest will be trained at the Police Mobile Force Training College, Ende, Nasarawa State, and the Police Mobile Force Training College, Ila Oragun, Osun State, respectively. The statement was entitled, IGP orders all the front SACS personnel to report at the force headquarters for psychological and medical examination. It also disclosed that the IGP had ordered all personnel of the defunct SARS to report at the force headquarters, Abuja, for debriefing, psychological and medical examinations. The officers are expected to undergo the process as a prelude to further training and reorientation before being redeployed into mainstream policing duties. The statement read, the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, today, 13th October 2020, in accordance with Section 18 at 10 of the Police Act 2020, ordered all personnel of the defunct SARS to report at the force headquarters, Abuja, for debriefing, psychological and medical examination. The officers are expected to undergo this process as a prelude to further training and reorientation before being redeployed into mainstream policing duties. The medical examination will be carried out by the newly set up Police Counseling and Support Unit, a unit which henceforth shall engage in psychological management, reorientation and training of officers of the force deployed for tactical operations and other duties. The unit, which is domiciled with the Force Medical Department and coordinated by the Force Medical Officer, has its membership drawn from psychiatrists, psychologists, medics, pastors and imams, public relations practitioners, civil societies, and other human rights groups with relevant qualification and expertise. Where we are affirming its commitment towards the successful and holistic implementation of the police reform, the IG enjoins members of the public, particularly protesting citizens, to exercise restraint and allow measures being put in place to come to fruition and endanger a police force that would meet the yearnings and aspirations of the citizenry. This news just comes barely some hours after the presidential panel approved protesters' 5-point demand. The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has, after a meeting with stakeholders, agreed to meet the demands of the NSAS protesters, which include halting the use of force against protesters and the unconditional release of arrested citizens. The meeting was conducted following directives by President Muhammadu Buhari on the dissolution of Special Anti-Robbery Squad and as an immediate response to yearnings of citizens. According to the statement signed by Femi Adesina, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity on Tuesday, he said the meeting, organized by the Office of the Inspector General of Police and National Human Rights Commission (NHRC), was a multi-stakeholders forum attended by leaders and representatives of civil society organizations in Nigeria, activists from the entertainment industry, and the End SARS movement and development partners. The Ministry of Police Affairs and the Police Service Commission were also present at the meeting that affirmed that the 5-point demands of the protesters and the End SARS movement are genuine concerns and will be addressed by the government. The communique of the stakeholder meeting on the implementation of the recommendations of the Presidential Panel on the reform of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) reads, following the public protest regarding various forms of human rights violation by the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) and the consequent disbandment of the unit by Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu, there arose the need for stakeholders' engagement to build trust and restore public confidence in law enforcement. The agitations also brought to fore the need to implement the recommendations of the Presidential Panel on the reform of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS). The forum was addressed by the Inspector General of Police and the Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission. The forum collectively welcomed the dissolution of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) by the Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu, reaffirmed the constitutional rights of Nigerians to peaceful assembly and protest, further affirmed the sanctity of life of every Nigerian and the role of the police in protecting this right, affirmed that the 5-point demands of the protesters and the End SARS movements are genuine concerns and will be addressed by the government. According to the communique signed by the Inspector General of Police and the Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission, Tony Ojukwu, the forum noted that the dissolution of SARS presents an opportunity to embark on comprehensive reforms aimed at repositioning the Nigerian police force as a modern, responsive, and citizen-centered law enforcement organization. The forum further notes that the purpose of the reform should be anchored under the basis of the White Paper on the reports of the Presidential Panel on the reform of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, which was jointly authored by the National Human Rights Commission, the Federal Ministry of Justice, and the Nigerian Police Force. The forum affirms that reform proposals for the Nigerian Police Force will be based on Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and existing registrations such as the Nigerian Police Act 2020, the Nigerian Police Trust Fund Act 2019, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, the Anti-Torture Act 2017, and the National Human Rights Commission Act 2010, among others. Following the dissolution of SARS, the forum calls for the following immediate steps to be taken in restoring public confidence and trust in police, and ordered by the Inspector General of Police to all state commands to halt the use of force against protesters, unconditional release of arrested protesters and citizens, open communication and outreach to citizens to establish trust and confidence, and a roadmap for the implementation of the White Paper of the Presidential Panel on the reform of the SARS. All right, my wonderful people, this is all the news we have for you, saying that the Inspector General of Police have set up a new unit to replace the federal SARS. Let us just wait and be hopeful that a new arm of force will come out and they'll be better than the old ones. You too can as well become part of this discussion by dropping your opinion and what you think concerning this at the comment section. See you in my next video. Thank you.